I want to train him, and I want him to do what I want him to do instead of what he wants to do.
Hello everyone, this is the Papa Sam Radio Show coming at you live at the house on Grandpa's couch. And today, Papa, last week we went on a hunting adventure. And today, Papa, speaking of, before you can even start hunting, how do you pick a puppy out of a litter of dogs?
Well, I'll tell you how I pick mine. A lot of people think the biggest one in the litter is the most prized possession, but that's not the case for me. I like to pick a puppy that I turn them more I'm loose at the time, and I'll pet him up and mess with him, and I'll let him go over there, and I'll call him. If he rolls his tail up on his back real high, that means to me he's proud. He's gonna be a little hard-headed. He's gonna be he wants to be a dominant dog, and the dominant dog to me is gonna give me some kind of problems, because I want to train him, and I want him to do what I want him to do instead of what he wants to do. And then I'll set him aside, and I'll try another one. And the second one, if a puppy comes to me and kind of holds his tail way down, he's weak-minded as far as I'm concerned. He's apprehensive. It's gonna be hard to train, in other words. But that puppy that comes to me with his tail kind of about medium way down, straight along with his back, not too, and he comes up to me and he's licking his lips, and he wants to lick my hand and everything, and he wants to be submissive to me. Then I'm going to take a lot of notice of him. That's what I'm looking for. And it might be 2 or 3 in that litter like that. Some of them's gonna be proud like the first one. Some of them's gonna be like about the one that's that. But you take if you get about 3 out of a litter like that, and I like to hunt females, and I want a female that's straight-legged, kind of. Stands up on her feet good, gives good feet, stands up on them nice. Call them cat-footed. And good straight back, streamlined, not too big a belly. And most likely that's the one I'm going to pick for myself. After I get all that done, then I'm gonna cut them tails off.
Yes, sir. After you're done picking your puppies out of your litter, as time progresses, how would you train them?
Well, I don't even mess with them. I call them, teach them the name, feed them, mess with them every day. I turn them loose and let them run around, teach them to come to me. If he don't come to me when I call him, I don't need him. I just don't need him if he don't mind me. I don't need him. But he's gonna mind me. He's gonna come when I call him. And he's gonna be a mild-mannered dog. He's not gonna be a growly dog with other dogs. He's gonna treat dogs the way he wants to be treated. Kind of like people. You know, people's the same way. Some people are a little fussy, a little trying to intimidate somebody else. And, see a dog stick his head over another dog's back when you turn them loose. I can't stand that. I ain't gonna put up with it. But that's what I want out of a dog. All right, then it gets about 6 months old. I'm gonna take a squirrel tail too and tie it on a string and see if he's interested in it. and then I'm gonna pull it up a tree. And if he'll get up there and tree that squirrel tail by sight,
He stopped his,
I'm gonna do that about 3 times, and I ain't gonna do it no more. Then I'm gonna set my trap, catch me a live squirrel, and I'm gonna set that squirrel out there where I turn him loose at, kind of hide it. See if he got enough sense. In other words, I set it in the pen where he goes down the fence. My pen's 3 acres. I got 3 acres fenced in. When he gets, and I'm gonna set that squirrel, that live squirrel, and I'm gonna throw a few hands of pine straw over it. When I go to the house, he always runs the fence up to the back, so he can see me, you know, sitting on the back porch or something like that. But when he comes past that squirrel, if he, that live squirrel, if he's real aggressive and really trying to get in the cage and get that squirrel, that's a good sign. Then, I like that. Then I got a little pulley out there in my pen where I'll see him after the fight it, then I'll go down and pull that squirrel up the tree in that cage. And if he gets up on it and really trees real good, that's great. Then I got a place where I got one tree and I can turn the squirrel loose and he ain't got nowhere to go but to that tree. And I'm gonna have that dog in a cage, and I'm gonna put the squirrel in the cage. And when I turn that squirrel loose, he's gonna take off. Wherever I set that cage at, I'm gonna point it straight to that tree. And then I'm gonna cut it off. Then I'm gonna cut that dog loose after he runs down and goes up that tree. If that dog goes down there and he can't see that squirrel, and he gets on that tree and trees that squirrel, then I'm gonna give him that squirrel. But let me tell you this. This all during training season, when it's legal to take squirrels. Excuse me. And that's the first step. Then I got a barrel in my pen that I keep about 100-pound corn, 50-pound of corn, and 50 pounds of sunflower seeds, and it's in that barrel. Squirrels come in that barrel all the time. When that puppy gets so he'll come to that barrel, or either wait. I've seen him sit there and lay down on the ground like a cat and wait for them squirrels to come to that bag. And then he give that belly crawl. And all of a sudden he takes off after that squirrel and he trees it. And that squirrel will run up a tree, then he'll start jumping from tree to tree to tree. And that little young dog would timber that squirrel, keeping up with him in the woods. And that squirrel sometimes will go in a big pine tree. He'll stay there. But sometimes he'll timber to the outside of that pen. And then that puppy gets up on that wire down there and looking over that. He's steady barking where that squirrel went to. Then I'm ready to put him in the wild. When I put him in the wild, I got some nice trees and oak trees over yonder in the place I take him to. And I'll take a quart of sunflower seed and I'll go down and I'll dig up the place and put him sunflower seed in there and rake the leaves back over top of them so the birds don't get them and the squirrels will go dig them up. You know, I'll break out a place, I would say about that big around and put them all in there, cover it back up good and heavy so I can tell if a squirrel goes out and digs in there and get them. Then I'll put about 4 places on that trail, about 50, 60 yards apiece. And I'll walk that young puppy down through there. And any time of the year I can. And if he finds that squirrel and he'll track him down and tree him, then I'll do that about 2 or 3 times. And then I'll wait till hunting season. But I train dogs year round. I got one right now she's doing real good. And but most squirrel dogs, you ain't gonna get them to peak out till they're about 2 years old. I mean, when he gets 2 years old, he ought to be performing at his best. I got a dog right now. It's called Boogerman. We're going to do a video on him probably tomorrow, Saturday. I'm hunting him by himself. And he's about 2 years old. He's bad. He's a young dog. He'll treat you 7 or 8 squirrels in it, even when you take him out. But squirrels right now, females are bred. They're staying in the hole. They probably got little ones now. So you have a lot of problem with treeing squirrels in holes. They're gonna come down, feed, and go right back up. But most of what you'll catch off from the tree is they're not bred, and they're Boogerman is tough. He's a tough dog. I had a lot of good dogs that were exceptional dogs. The first one I was started with was a dog called BB, Bridges BB. Come from Brooks Visits. And
you got the meat can.
and the next dog I had was
I knew who she was, and she started saying,
a dog named Jazz.
ain't nobody like her.
All of these dogs were championship dogs. BB was the first UKC Cur Squirrel Champion, the first UKC Cur Grand Squirrel Champion, USDR Squirrel Champion, I think PKC Money winner, qualified for the World Hunt. He just won everything he went out. And then I did several different dogs. I don't remember all of them, so many. Anyway, it boils down to this, that I won the World Hunt with Bridges Darky, which come from Lowell Shern. Me and Lowell Shern had her as a puppy. And he quit hunting and for a while, and he sold her to me. She was off of BB. And I hunted her until she got so old, she passed away. But she treated squirrels a week before she passed away. She was a USDR squirrel champion. She had squirrel champions in several different divisions. She was USDR Little World Squirrel Champion. She was bad. She was just like her daddy. She was bad. And then along came my little dog named PJ, and by that time I had I don't remember hunting PJ in any hunts. She was tough too. She was named after her mama, which was the toughest, one of the toughest dogs you ever laid your eyes on. The dog was Steve Bizzett on her. She was named High Rock PJ, and I got a puppy out of her, a dog called Smoke, and that puppy was called PJ Again. PJ Again was bad. She treated squirrels. Anywhere you look, she would treat squirrels. I remember I had a cousin named Danny Thornton, had a little dog named Blue that he got from Lowell Shern. And Lowell Shern, if you ever see him having the puppies for sale or anything, he breeds the right stuff. Anyway, PJ, I got her from Lowell Shern. He gave her to me because he had more than he could hunt at the time. And I put her in the pen, and I got her started right at the end of hunting season. I shot a couple of squirrels out to her. The next year, when we started off, the first time I hunted her, we took her out. She treated 16 squirrels one morning, and we shot every one of them out to her. And that was like I say, she was tough. She wouldn't treat with other dogs very much. But if she's split treated, you have a squirrel. And She was as tough as tough. And another dog I had along by that time, I sold as a puppy. I sold this little dog as a puppy. And the boy kept her in the pen till she was about 3 years old. And he told me I'd give him $50 for her and bought her back. I took that dog out and started messing with her. The first morning I took her, she treated a squirrel and I shot it at her. And she got so two or three squirrels in the afternoon. I'd shoot them out too. And she finally gradually on her way on up so she could treat 10 squirrels. And I let a friend of mine have them because I had too many to hunt. I've had a bunch of these dogs. I got started and sold and went to different places. But the ones I have killed, got the job done. I got 2 dogs down there at Tree Squirrels right now. One of them's named Baby. She was a dog that Lord Shern sold as a puppy. And I went and bought her back for $200. And I put her in my training pen down there and put her in her pen, and I kept her there for about 3 days. I turned her loose in my training pen. In less than 3 minutes she had a squirrel treat. Then the hunting season come in and I started the hunting on the outside. And for the very first day I started hunting her, she treated 7 squirrels the first evening. And she kept on getting butter and butter and butter and butter and butter now. Now she's 4 years old, and she's bad. Boogerman is Boogerman's 2 years old. He's coming into his own this year. Next year he'll be good enough to win any one of them dogs right now can win any hunt I go to. But I don't hunt in the hunt competition no more. But I'm training my grandson here, and so he'll know. And if he wants to do some of that, then me and him will travel some. But I believe we got some dogs here that go to the top. Because when they bark, they're treed, they're going to stay there. If you got a dog that trees, then another dog trees over here, and he'll pull go over there, you ain't going to win in the hunts. I want my dog to treat, and I want these dogs to pull over there to hurt. I want them to have good mouths that they can't hardly stand, and I want them to have a dominant mouth that drives that tree. I mean, powers that tree, and trees good and loud and aggressive. That'll pull the average dog to them. And then they're gonna draw minus, and you're gonna draw plus, and you're gonna wear them out. That's the way I look at it. I'm going to the hunt. I'm going to win. I ain't going to make friends. When the hunt's over, I'll be as friendly as you want to be. When I get in the woods, I'm coming there to beat you. I'm going to beat you as bad as I can. And I'll be fair. Take my medicine if it's coming, but you're going to take yours too. Now that's about all I can tell you from a pup to a squirrel dog. And if you're hunting the hunt, so you're going to see a little of everything. You can't go to a hunt to train a dog. You got to go to a hunt. And you ain't going to train a cur dog with another cur dog. You got to get him started by himself, kill squirrels to him by himself, and then later on you can introduce him to another one. I got 2 dogs. They're going to stay. If one trees, this other's going to go on somewhere else to tree most of the time. And that's what it takes to win, if you want to be a winner. Now, another thing, if you want to be a winner, you need some of this stock.
Here's another thing that we never asked. How do you give gun training?
Gun training. A friend of mine named Dan Smith gave me a tape. It's called, I didn't think much of it at the time. They start off on this tape, you turn the volume up, start off they're shooting a .22 rifle. And it plays music, you know, music's supposed to be calming and everything. It plays music, then they'll shoot that .22 rifle. Then they'll start off the next thing, you know, it'll be a 410 shotgun. And you do this in the PM with them, and I got my radio, I'll turn it down so it'll be noticeable, but not too bad. And it'll play that tape. And we'll go back, play it again. And every day I go by that thing, I turn the volume up one more click. So it'll be louder the next day. Do it all over again. Then next day I'll go it all over again. And I do it till it gets wide open, so my neighbor won't complain. And I'll do it to them every day. And then I'll go down there and I'll be feeding the dogs up, and I'll get my son to go out there and shoot the shotgun out there. When it don't bother them, I look at nothing. That's it. Another thing, my dog is looking, when you shoot a shotgun over his head, he's looking something to fall on the ground. And that's the way I train my dogs to be gun shy. I start beating on them, paying them, loud noises around them, beating on top of the dog house. Anything that just boom. You know, that will make a sound like that. And that's what I continue to do. I got one right now, I've got the tape out, fixing to start with a Monday. And that's how I train mine, not to be gun shy.
Well,
some of them are naturally not gun shy, some of them are a little timid on the gun.
Well, that's what that's the Dog Train 101, how to train dog.
And what we covered from a puppy, all the way through them, my buddy.
All the way through, and then be gun shy.
And I'm gonna have some. I'm fixing to breed baby to booger man.
Booger babies.
So we're gonna have some booger babies later on this year.
Well, here's the thing about you see, we do this radio show today because of the weather outside was frightful. So Pops and I, last week we went hunt with a good friend named Laurel Sheridan. And before we close this out, if we tell the story about a special.
I don't want to do it. We'll do it on the next.
Alright, that's it for the Papa Sam radio show. This will be, if you see this one, expect another one to come out soon. That's it for now. Bye everyone.